Ivy, I'm just finding out a little more about Melissa here.
What's going on? This is true crime. She's makeup.
Earlier today, a person called into this show, the Happy Face Killer.
The trucker serial killer from around here?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Happy Face, a gripping new miniseries inspired by the real life story of Melissa Reed, the daughter of the notorious serial killer Keith Jefferson, also known as the Happy Face Killer. But before I get started, please make sure you check out another TV series that I am currently reviewing called Good American Family. Episodes drop every week. Please make sure you check out episode 1 and 2. The series follows Melissa as she's forced to confront her father after decades of no contact. When Keith resurfaces with a chilling confession, Melissa finds herself caught between exposing the truth and protecting her own identity. Let's break down the first 2 episodes. Reintroduced to Melissa, a makeup artist for a true crime show. Her seemingly normal life is disrupted when she receives a birthday card from her father Keith, addressing to her daughter. Melissa reads the card, then locks it away in a safe, along with the rest of his letters. This immediately shows how much she has tried to distance herself from her past. At this point, only her husband knows the truth about her father's crimes. But everything changes when Keith calls her workplace, demanding to confess to another murder, one that could exonerate a man on death row. However, he'll only share the details with Melissa in person. Their meeting is tense. Melissa keeps her emotional walls up, determined to get straight to the point, asks particular questions so she can leave. Who is the ninth victim? But Keith, in typical manipulative fashion, tries to reminisce about her childhood, as if they share some sentimental bond. When Melissa refuses to engage, he grows agitative, throwing out lines like, "After all I've done for you," trinkets, and trampoline. You can see that Keith was very upset because he stated that he haven't seen Melissa in years. His words stick with her. Later, Keith cryptically told his person confident Ivy that Melissa does know about the ninth victim because of the trampoline. This sends Melissa on a mission to her mother's house. Searching for clues, her mom shares a disturbing memory of a late night phone call from someone who's eerily described what she was wearing. She believed it was Keith, but she also suspects he wasn't the only one responsible for these crimes. Melissa pieces together the mystery of the ninth victim, which is Heather Richmond. Official records claim her boyfriend Elijah killed her, and he's now on death row, but Keith's confession suggests otherwise. Melissa is torn. If she testified, the world would know she's the daughter of a serial killer, a label she spent her whole life avoiding. But Ivy forces her to see the bigger picture. If she stays silent, an innocent man could be executed. When Melissa tells her husband about her decision to testify and go public on a true crime talk show, he's far from supportive. He believes she's making this about herself, and I believe he's protecting his own identity as well since he is married to her. Their daughter, however, encouraged her to do the right thing, but also mentioned that this is not the 90s anymore. People are obsessed with true crime TV shows, and that is very true. You know, people look down and upon of people that was obsessed with true crime, but now this generation, everyone is open arms and very want to know about a serial killer. Eventually, Melissa appears on the show and reveals her identity as the daughter of the Happy Face Killer. The host, Dr. Greg, doesn't hold back, pressing her with uncomfortable questions. Does she still love her father? Is she afraid she might be like him? The show seems more focused on sensualization, her trauma, than discussing Elijah's potential innocence. That kind of pissed me off a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, because as Melissa said, we're focused on Elijah, and here goes Dr. Greg like, oh, we'll get to that a little bit. Let's talk about you and what you relived when you was a little girl. We don't yet know if his case will be addressed in episode 3, but Melissa's emotions are raw and she's filled with both sadness and anger. Another thing I want to mention is that Keith wants to be popular. He wants his name known, and that makes him feel good. Episode 1 and 2 of Happy Face lay the groundwork of intense and emotional journey. The show doesn't just focus on the crimes of Keith, but dives into Melissa's struggle with identity, guilt, and the weight of her father's victims. One thing that stood out to me was the foreshadowing in Melissa's response. It feels like the series is setting up a deeper psychological themes of how trauma shapes identity and whether Melissa fears she has any part of her father in her. I personally haven't heard of the Happy Face Killer before watching this, so this series is definitely an eye-opener to me. I just wish Paramount had released all 3 episodes at once. I don't know why Paramount only released episode 1 and 2 because it's only 3 episodes. It just doesn't make any sense to me. What did you think of episode 1 and 2? Please let me know down in the comments of your thoughts of the episode. Also, let me know if you have heard of the Happy Face Killer before. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and until then, see you later.